Hey Leos, how y'all doing? Welcome. We're going to be doing your December general reading here. So let's get right into your meditation. I saw a kitten playing in a cardboard box. I'll just let that settle. I saw a kitten playing in a cardboard box, and I heard, I am making the best out of what I have and where I am. I'm being resourceful. I am making the best out of where I am, and I'm loving it. And then I saw this little puppy come up and be next to the kitten, and I heard, like, I could live out of a cardboard box with you. It's really sweet, actually. It feels like you are truly in an energy of making the most of where you are, and therefore you're wanting for nothing, which is really nice, really nice. There's also, I saw this, it was kind of taking like a scene out of this TV show Charmed, the original, not the remake, funnily enough. Like, they always would shoot these certain scenes. You could tell they were on the same soundstage all the time, obviously. And it was this scene that was shot like a back alley they would use it as. It was always like a back alley scene where they would fight demons, whatever. But I saw you as this little cat, right? And you were rallying together your community and for a common purpose. It felt very communal. It felt like speaking together as one voice. And then I also saw this image of you being sort of teleported. It was very like wild and wacky. Teleported into somewhere completely different, alone in a field. And kind of, I just heard New Zealand, like somewhere where there's not a whole lot of, what is that, industry? Like, not that there's not industry there, but I wouldn't say that it's like, New York or Los Angeles, New Zealand. There's a lot of space, and right, like you're in the Lord of the Rings set or something, and you're looking around and you're like, whoa, how did I get here? Peace, quiet, and space. And then I saw you get teleported back to where you are. So there is a certain sense of, and it felt sort of like dark time of night, cooler, being in a car, driving around. I have to say, I do feel like other people, whether that be your family, your loved ones, or your community, or your clients, or others, are at the forefront of your mind and experience for this month. I feel like you are giving back. I feel like you are being of service to others. I feel like you're in a beautiful space of sharing and community and communication. Feels really nice, Leo. But I also feel like there's a beautiful like energy of finding yourself in certain moments and spaces in time where you are making room and time for yourself as well, which I feel like is what the New Zealand, because I'm telling you, it went from like back alley, like with a lot of people gathering around to change the world is what it felt like, right? With our voices united, right? Our powers unite, we are Captain Planet. It felt like that, actually. And then going to that New Zealand where there wasn't a whole lot going on. You were like, it was a very sound of music. We're in the middle of like a very open field. You're going, how did I get here? And then teleporting back. So, I feel like there's a key and a message in the teleportation aspect of it as well that I'm seeing, where there could be a lot of quick energy too, Leo. A lot of quick energy, a lot of here and there, going from here to there, flitting about. You could be moving from one place to another, visiting people, moving about, dropping off donations, dropping off presents, dropping off. I mean, it really feels like a active energy that is also balanced with time within your own energy to mark, points of appreciation and process as well. Very cool, Leo. It feels like you guys are really doing it to it for December. So we have the elephant here. So this is really interesting. So the elephant is the gentle remover of obstacles. This is also a highly auspicious energy. I also love when a fire sign gets a fire animal. I love it. I love it. I love it. Because whenever, you get an animal energy that is of your home energy, of your home element, that is always a sign to me that you guys are in alignment. In some sort of alignment, when in some area of your life, you are in some sort of alignment for the month of December. But I want to point something out. Elephants are also associated with humanitarianism, because they speak of the elders. Because elephants, within their groups and families, they honor family. They mourn the dead. They actually mourn their dead. They're very unique in that way, right? Remember we were talking about being there for people, maybe donating or helping others in the community. Very much feels like that. I'm also hearing this little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine. I do feel like you are a source of light and comfort for other people in December. I feel it. I feel it. And I feel like you are holding this lantern and torch and you're carrying it forward. But again, there is this also, this energy of, long memory that we associate with elephants. And I feel like there is a certain sense of, credence and memoriam and going, you know what? I'm holding space and memory and time and love for those who have less than, for those who have less than me, for those who I can help, maybe even for the aspects of yourself that could use some TLC in the month of December. Okay? I also associate this with Virgo energy. Virgo meaning hermit energy. Okay? The hermit is very much about and this is making sense of the New Zealand time away, going and being with yourself in your own energy and connecting to the light and wisdom and inspiration inside of you, right? Going into the darkness and then coming out of it connected to the light. That's what this feels like. Remember I saw that back alley and then I saw so there's a lot of, shadow and light and going from this place to that place. But I do feel like you are, in a position of a beacon. I do feel like you have a lot of good people and love and support and community around you. So that's really, really beautiful. Really, really beautiful. I also feel like there's a good group of you that are feeling very connected with your purpose in December. Even if it's, what they say, this is no surprise. You know how they say that the quickest way to feel good is to be of service to others? I feel like there's really something about that for you. This could be you being there for your friends on the phone. This could be you volunteering at soup kitchens. This could be, a lot of different things. But it feels humanitarian in its essence and core. So you have the Four of Wands here, which is absolutely no surprise to me at all with what we've been picking up. You have fire for fire already, my beautiful Leos. So Four of Wands is that 11-11 energy. It's a high magic energy, which is no surprise because the Hermit holds the star from the star key, which is about intuition, psychic ability, great hope, great love, like I said, inspiration, right? 11-11 signs and synchronicities. But here's what I'm really obsessed with. So traditionally speaking, the Four of Wands is about happy home and family. We've been talking all about that. Remember in your initial meditation, I saw that kitten and that little puppy going, I could live in a cardboard box as long as it was with you. Remember I said making the most of what you have and really honing in and utilizing your resources? Hearing found objects, that kind of vibe. Then you have the Four of Wands here with the bowerbird. So this is a male bowerbird, by the way. What makes the male bowerbird so special is that he might be the only bird that does this. If not, he's like one of very few. That when he is looking for a mate, what he does first is he creates the nest and then goes off and seeks a mate and goes, hey girl, I got this nest over here around the corner. You want to see it? I put in some sprigs and twigs. It's got a good foundation, girl. Come over here to my nest. You want to move in? Like that's why the bowerbird is so special and lovely, why I'm so obsessed with this deck and why it is shown here repping the Four of Wands. And remember I said I could live in a cardboard box as long as it was with you. And then we have this Four of Wands here, happy home and family. I also feel like for a small group of you, there's going to be a pregnancy announcement within the family, something to do with new life. Okay. Could be new home as well. Okay. So again, more fire here. So we have the Seven of Wands here. So this is making a lot of sense. The Seven of Wands is very much about effort, putting in the effort, but it's putting in the effort from a place of perspective and trust and faith that you know that your effort is going to pay off, and it does, because the next key after this is the Eight of Wands, which is upward movement and ascension. I'm getting another special note about taking time with and for yourself in the month of December. This may be a quick 5 minutes in a broom closet, honey. Whatever this is for you, but I'm hearing taking that time to just breathe, connect in, do a quick meditation, do a journaling, do a chakra alignment, whatever that is for you. Taking that, even if it's sitting in the car and listening to your favorite song that just came on the radio before you go inside the house or go in wherever. Okay? There's something about that. But I'm hearing, yes, there is a certain aspect of effort and, making that push towards, the next step, getting everything that you need, making sure that everyone else has what they need, going inside of yourself and, drawing from energy reserves that you may not have known were there. You might have to create your own energy a little bit in spots this December for sure. You know, this, I also call this key my bigger than my body gives me credit for key as well, because this is that good feeling that comes from when we realize that we are capable of so much more than we ever knew or gave ourselves credit for. Okay? Beautiful. But remember, the wands rule the actions that we take. And I did say this is going to be a very active month. Obsessed. 3 fires. And 4 fires. It's just the wand reading today, Leo. Work it out. In and of your element, indeed, you have the 2 of wands. So this is really special and beautiful. You know, I want to say this manta ray energy. That's weird. I happen to know that this is Monterey Bay, California, and I know that Charmed was filmed in LA, so it's really interesting. Anyway, synchronicity there, 11/11 indeed. So the 2 of Wands here, the 2 of Wands is very much about taking that time out to gather all of your information from an intuitive and, you know, otherwise perspective in order to go forward into the 3 of Wands and take action. This is building the blueprint. But this is actively building the blueprint, which makes it, actually, was that on the, yeah, I feel the need to talk about this. So we have the 2 of Swords here, right, which is at the bottom of the deck, right? The 2 of Swords is a mental task of marrying together the mind and the intellect, the mind and the heart. Yeah, not the mind and the intellect, the mind and the heart. It's marrying the 2 together. Okay, it's going, hey head, you're over here. Hey heart, you're over here. Who has something to say? Who is a more prominent expression? Let's give, you each equal time to speak up and be heard. That's what the 2 of Swords is, okay? The 2 of Wands is gathering information. The 2 of Wands is gathering your resources, making plans, actively making plans with an eye towards what you want your future to look like, what you want the next year to look like, what you want your January to look like, and keeping an eye on that. But this is very much based in action and building that blueprint so that you have all that you need. All of those I's dotted and all of those T's crossed. This is building the proposal before you submit it for financial backing, so to speak, right? Very good. You know, the manta ray as well also speaks of shadow work, similarly to the stingray. There is an aspect of this here where it feels like you're sitting on top of it, basking in the sun, right? Why do I feel like this solar energy that you are, the more that you take in for yourself, because this is alone time too, I'm getting vibe from this, right? And there is this aspect of taking those moments for yourself so that you can turn around and like shine that light and be the beacon of light for others in your vicinity as well. 4 of Wands. Wow. Whoa. Okay. So we have the 5 of Wands. We're just wands. Are we just going to get every wand on the deck? So you have the 5 of Wands to clarify the 4 of Wands. So, you know, the 5 of Wands, traditionally speaking, is a lot of effort. It's a push and pull. It's a discomfort. It's a competitiveness, right? I feel like the fact that it is clarifying the 4 of Wands, do you remember what I said about using, look at those waves, using all the resources at your disposal, right? And working within and around what you have. I feel like that's hugely important here, but I'm also getting, you know, fire and water, they don't necessarily go together. I mean, they can, you can boil and, oh, that's rather the point. Okay, fine. So the top, I would say, you know, fire and water. Not really, wouldn't go so well together. We really like to pair, you know, fire signs with fire signs or fire signs with air signs, right? I mean, just in the base case, your other placements matter, yada, yada, but just like go with me on this. And then we'll pair water signs with water signs or water signs with earth signs because the earth is able to receive the water, right? And air gives life to fire. Right? It's about sustaining and supporting each other. So I'm looking at this and I'm seeing fire and water and I'm going, well, not exactly the best match. Why do we have these 2 elements? Why am I drawn to this? And then I go, oh, wait a minute. That's rather the point, is that actually it depends on how you look at it and how you utilize those elements. Meaning you can take a pot of water, right? Introduce it to fire and boil it and make a meal. Something to that. You're really making the best of what you have, working with what you have, and finding that it's able to, you know, sustain you and also those around you. Why do I also feel like there's like I feel like you are in a position to be a calm port in the storm or be a voice of reason, either for yourself and others as well. But it really feels like you are being of great support. Okay? I'm going to get this third one. Talk in a second. Yeah, great. Beautiful. Oh, I'm so obsessed. Okay. So we have the sun. Love it. We have the sun to clarify the 7 of Wands here. So this is beautiful. Remember when I said that it felt like you were sitting on top and really taking in the sun and the solar power? And then we have the sun in California. Obsessed. And then the light with the fire. All of it. It's all very sunny. So the sun. This is about illumination. This is highly positive as well, right? But I'm really drawn to the counter energies here because 7 of Wands is about that effort. Like I said, taking and making that effort, knowing that you're going to be rewarded, that it's going to pay off, that your effort is not made in vain, that what you're working towards will not be in vain. You could be working on a project, on a career path, on a family conflict resolution, on your home situation, whatever it is that you are putting effort towards is absolutely going to pay off. And you are allowing that deep and inner knowing to fuel you, right? I'm also obsessed that you guys are associated with the Strength card, yes, but also the Sun key. So I love that you're coming up in your own reading here with this lion realness. What did I say? With all this fire, you feel very in and of your element, which speaks to, a sign that you are in alignment, which is beautiful. It's beautiful, which also means that when we are in alignment, that means that we can handle whatever comes our way with discernment and grace and positivity, right? For the most part. Right? I'm also hearing there is this sort of like grace under fire or grace under pressure aspect of this as well. But I feel like you are being an example around that for other people. It's kind of beautiful. It can also be part of your message as well, part of what you say to other people, what you embody, what people take from you, a source of inspiration as well. See the star is here, and I was talking about the star from the Hermit holding the star in the lantern as well. The sun is also a star. All of that. You know what's really odd? Like bad odd, but it's very funny how this is coming across in accordance with the meditation. Because I saw you guys in this back alley of Charmed, citing a community together and letting your coming together like-minded people at nighttime. And then I saw you in New Zealand in the sunny, highest point of the sun day. It's interesting. It does feel like you're straddling 2 worlds or 2 sets of responsibilities or 2 aspects: alone time, community time. Time for yourself to click in with your intuition and emotions and sight, and then also time to turn around and take that light and inspiration and allow others to, reap the benefit of it. Interesting. So to clarify the 2 of Wands, I'm so obsessed with this. You have the Page of Wands and the 10 of Cups. Look. I'm so obsessed. Look at this. 10 of Cups realness. So 10 of Cups is complete emotional fulfillment. Complete emotional fulfillment. It is so also technically in the traditional deck, this is shown with a rainbow, which also represents the chakra system. And I was getting some chakra system, that also, when we say we're in alignment, that also denotes that our chakras are all balanced and operating in an optimal way as well, which is really nice. Which also means that you are finding time in whatever way this works for you to engage in self-care, even if it's just moments of it. I am so obsessed with this. Look at all these pairs. Do you see the 2 raccoons and the 2 magpies and the 2 foxes and the 2... Do you see all these pairs here? Because the 10 of Cups is very much about relationship emotional fulfillment as well. Remember I said I saw you, I could live out of a cardboard box as long as it's with you. There's some happy partnership here as well. Now, this doesn't have to be romantical partnership, but I do feel like for a good group, y'all, it most certainly is, which is really nice. This could also be just feeling the love of family, feeling those good familial vibes, which is really beautiful, right? You have Page of Wands here, which I'm really obsessed with to clarify the 2 of Wands. Do you remember what I said about this is about building the blueprint and the actions that you're planning on taking with an eye towards the future and where you want to go and what you want things to be for you? Again, Wands rule the realm of artistry, what you're passionate about, your work, your soul purpose, right? So I do feel like what you have an eye on in this blueprint around is work, actions, jobs, pastimes. It could be a side gig that truly excites you. And thus we have the Page of Wands coming in to speak. It's peace, honey. Page of Wands is about excitement for the future. It's about looking at things through the lens of a child. You know, when you're, well, maybe not when you were a child, but children, you know, for the most part, I did see the puppy and kitten, which is like a young version of, you know, it's not a grown dog, grown cat type deal. When you're a child, before the world gets its hands on you and works on you, you believe that anything is possible. You believe that you can achieve anything that you set your mind to. And that is what you're doing with this, moving into the third future energy here in December. There's this excitement that's brewing within you for what is to come. Ideas that you're going to have around your work or projects or movement or whatever this is for you. But also the fact that you have the elephant, I feel like things are going to be lining up for you in such a way where you will not be able to deny, nor would you want to, but you will not be able to deny the divine timing and synchronicity of it all. Meaning, you could be talking to Meemaw, okay, on a holiday evening, okay, talking to Meemaw, and she goes, oh, this reminds me of a story of when your dad was growing up and, you know, he was just, I'm just pulling this out of the air here as an example. He was really obsessed with sunflowers. He was always talking about sunflowers, always, you know, bringing home sunflowers, just really obsessed. And then, you know, you have an idea around something that you'd had one already that you were like, oh my God, I feel like my symbol for my new business is a sunflower. And then Meemaw tells you that story, you know, the next day. And you're like, oh my God, that is a synchronicity and a check mark from spirit going, yes, go with it. Stuff like that I feel like is going to be popping up within for you in such a pronounced way that it's going to be undeniable. I'm also hearing write it down as it comes out, as it comes up like that. Keep a validation journal, make note. There's something that wants to be, you know, recorded around that. Maybe for prosperity, maybe because, you know, you do have children or you want to have children, you want to record this time, right? It feels special in that way. Also the Page of Wands I just saw 2222 on the timer. Beautiful. Yeah, definitely repeating number is going to be coming up for y'all. I'm also getting a special note around 1212. Is there a moon around 1212 or something? There's something about 1212 that is pertinent for y'all. Anyway, the Page of Wands also represents writers, okay? So again, recording these things for prosperity or for note-taking or for ideas or whatever have you, it feels really pertinent. Let's go ahead and get an oracle for y'all. Leo, this is such a beautiful, gorgeous, fabulous reading. It really, really is. Stunning. You know, I'm also really drawn to the fact that the Seven of Wands is like this skunk in a garden. I really feel like you're going to be doing a lot of good. If you are not physically doing a lot of good for people in December, something you're working on or an idea you have is going to, in the long run, do a lot of people a lot of good, okay? It feels larger than you. It feels larger than what it appears to be. Okay, and that's a beautiful, beautiful thing. It really, really is. Okay. All right. Let's get an oracle for y'all. Okay, I'm hearing a song by Johnny Swim. Johnny Swim. They're a husband and wife group. The song is called Take the World. That is the song for you, Leo. Johnny Swim, Take the World. Take a listen to it. I think it'll resonate. And if not, it's a beautiful song. So we have lightning here, number 3. So 3 is very much, you know, mind, body, spirit, trinity, balance, and union, and all that good stuff. But, you know, lightning is that aha moment. It's that source of inspiration, but it's also a moment in which something is illuminated within for you, and you can't unknow what you know. Okay? But I feel like, if we think about how the word lightning is used in literature or just in, talking, lightning is what? What do we equate lightning with? Oh my God, I saw her and I was struck by lightning. It felt like I was struck by lightning. Or, hey, I did this experiment and lightning struck and Frankenstein was born. Or, hey, my God, this idea just struck me like lightning. I'm going back to this, hermit aspect here with the elephant and the fire, right? Point being, you are operating with some serious mojo this month. Definitely allow, I want to say make, but allow for time within for yourself, because there's a lot of inspiration that wants to come through. It feels like you're operating on all cylinders and cooking up something really good. A lot of high mojo for you in December, okay? I feel like you're going to have these lightning rod moments, these points of inspiration, these realizations that are going to be significant for you in some way, shape, or form. It could give a greater context to something or help you heal something that's been unresolved, give you an idea about how to move your business forward and attract a wider audience, how to get backing, maybe an offset of that business, maybe, taking along a business partner and bringing along a friend to help you with the business venture. I mean, this is a big source of inspiration, but I feel like for you guys, it might not just be one lightning moment. It might be a series of lightning moments that lead you to building the blueprint, being excited from a childlike perspective, excited about what's to come, and it's going to be completely emotionally fulfilling. How beautiful is this, Leo? Beautiful. I'm so obsessed with this for you. This is stunning. I also want to say, on a last note, there's a lot of blue in here. Blue and indigo, actually. So blue corresponds to the throat. I want to talk about chakras. Corresponds to the throat chakra, which is about communication and ideas and using our words, right? But also speaking the truth of something. And then also, this equates to the indigo color, equates to the third eye chakra, which is clear sight, clear seeing, and true vision, right? I feel like both of those are going to be and somehow incorporated or associated with this lightning energy for you, okay? All right, Leos, this is your December general reading. I'm so obsessed with this for you. This is really, really beautiful. It's definitely going to be a very full month, but I also want to remind you that you only have one, is that true? Yeah, you only have one major arcana here. And I feel like pointing this out to say that the major arcanas denote fated events, okay? If you see minors, all the rest are minors. There's something that you don't like or something that you'd like to do differently, you can take steps to change that. But you have one, well, technically you have two with the Hermit here, right? But that's animal energy. So technically, the only major arcana you have, the only fated aspect or destined aspect of December for you is the Sun, which really is another way of saying that there is such a positive and auspicious energy working within for you in December that you really can't go wrong. It's just about you being your choices, the choices that you make. And at the very end of it, a lot of this overall blueprint that we're looking at is going to depend on whether you make choices from love or fear. Okay? Love or fear. It's really up to you. But I really feel like with the Sun being on your side, it's so, so beautiful. And things are, there's a high potential here for December to beautifully affect and set you up for the next year, which is beautiful. It's really stunning, Leo. Work it out. Being in alignment and stuff, working it out. I really hope that this helped and resonated. If so, please do let me know in the comments below. I absolutely love reading your comments. And with that being said, this is your last reading of 2020. And so I just want to take a moment and extend a special thanks and gratitude for all of y'all's support, generally speaking, but also especially within the context of this year. Having your guys' support and watching and commenting and liking and subscribing and sharing and all of that good stuff has really helped me through and supported me, and I really cannot thank you enough, okay? So much from the bottom of my little crow heart. And with that being said, I'm wishing you a most blessed December, a most blessed 2021. I will be back with you so soon for January's readings. And again, just thank you. Thank you so much for being here. But most of all, and as always, thank you for being you, and be well. Until next time.